Kelly Traynor.
Hello, gentlemen.
Sam Mirza.
Kelly, nice to
Nice
meet
to
y'all.
meet you as
James.
well.
James.
All right,
Pleasure.
please
Orlando.
come in.
Okay. Just sit right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, how are you guys?
Oh, it's been a long week, brother.
Yeah?
It's been a long week.
Let's say it's a nice office you guys have here.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
So let's introduce ourselves. Who are you two?
Well, I'm Sam Mirza. I'm his brother.
I'm James. I'm the screw up.
So you're the
okay.
client.
I'm the one.
Okay.
He's not the screw up. He thinks that way, but I'm trying to tell him that he's not at fault.
He is not. He's not.
Keep your head up.
Many people bounce back from these sort of situations. And,
Good to know.
It's awesome that you have such a supportive brother that's coming with you today.
It's my main guy right here.
Better be.
It's my bail money right here. That's Southern money right
That's
there.
true. Just want to let you know that everything that we say in here is privileged and with a third party that is.
What do you mean?
So if he's called into court, he could be called into court and have to
My
speak
brother
about
can't stand
something.
here with me?
I think it's in your best
no,
interest if he leaves, just for us to have a private conversation.
I don't know, bro. I'm the one paying his bail money if things hit the fan.
Yeah, but everything in here is strictly
that's a separate
confidential.
agreement you have with your brother. Right now, he would be our only client, and we wouldn't want you to be
Put in an
implicated
uncomfortable situation.
if you were called to the stand.
But it's so awesome that you're
I'll be
here.
right outside, bro.
So do you have a hard time finding a key?
No, it was pretty easy. They took my license, so my brother had to drive. So that made it easy.
I'm sorry to hear that. So I'd just like to start off by saying I'm very sorry about your recent arrest. I'm sure that was very stressful and really scary experience.
I'm tired. I'm worn down.
I understand that. I can only.
The man is out to get me. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I don't doubt that. That's possible.
So what brings you here today?
Well, I'll tell you this. Listen, I drink a little bit like everybody else, but I'm pretty much a straight shooter. All right, I live my life. I don't try to bother anybody. This whole arrest is bullshit. Okay? And it just needs to go away. I don't know what needs to be done to make that happen. I leave that to the experts here. But it's ridiculous.
So what happened on the night in question?
All right. Well, I get off work. I work at a construction site. I work 12 hours a day. Okay. We want to unwind a little bit in the evening time, so we went out. We had dinner at Sonny's. We go out to Tap Room after that. We have a few drinks, and I drove home. No different than any other night that I've ever had.
When you say you had a couple drinks, can you tell me more about that? How many drinks exactly is a couple?
I mean, I didn't keep a diary of it. Typically we start with a pitcher of beer, a couple beers, something like that, just to kind of get loose and unwind from the day. And I probably had some gin and tonics and some Crown, but we do this pretty regularly. There's never any problems. I don't drink to excess. I wasn't falling down. I wasn't passed out.
So you'd say you're a regular drinker?
I mean, define regular.
How many times a week do you drink?
Probably 4 to 5 times a week.
4 to 5 times a week.
I mean, not always the same. Sometimes it's a couple beers and that's it. Every now and again, I like to class it up and have a glass of wine or two. All right. So this night in question, it was a little beer, a little Crown, but it's not always the same.
Okay.
Did the officer ask you about how much you had consumed that night?
I guess I'll say this, and this is just going from my memory. He seemed very accusatory. He mentioned being able to smell alcohol on me, to which I replied, well, if I had one drink, you're going to smell alcohol on me. What is that? We're going to lock up everybody that smells like they've had a little bit of alcohol. I don't think that makes sense. So it just seemed like he was already kind of had a preconceived notion about how he wanted this night to go. He didn't ask me how many drinks I had until way later. And,
Okay, so what prompted the officer to pull you over?
All right, so I'm driving home from Tap Room, and, I know the bartenders are there pretty well. They typically will close at 2, sometimes a little early if it's a slow night, but when me and my boys are there, they'll stay open as long as we want. We're regulars there. We treat them good. They treat us good. We left there. I was driving home. I probably live about 10 miles or so from the bar. And I'm crossing an intersection, just normal. The light's green, and I'm crossing it. And some freaking jerk is pulling a left turn lane when they knew the light was red for them. And, they got clipped a little bit. And, I get pulled over probably about 20 minutes later.
So you hit them. Your vehicle.
Yes, to my recollection, I lightly, grazed them. I didn't stop or anything. That's true. But the thing was that, they had already basically completed the turn, and I probably clipped just the outermost part of their bumper. They kept going. They didn't stop. I kept going. I didn't stop, and I get pulled over 25 minutes later like I killed somebody.
About how long were you at Tavern for?
Probably, I worked. We usually work till it gets dark. Probably worked about 8 o'clock. I showered at my boy's house. We probably got there about 9:30. I was probably there till about 12:30.
And what time did this accident happen? Like, was it right after you had left, or was it like when you were closer to your house?
It was probably about halfway. This is kind of why I kept going. I thought, look, it's already late. I knew I had a few drinks, and it's not like I want to make a big to-do about it. I see the other guy still going, so what am I going to stop for? What am I going to do? And I keep going.
Were you, I'm not saying that you were intoxicated or anything, but were you aware or conscious that you hit another vehicle? Maybe in your state of disorientation, up a couple facts.
I knew that there was some sort of, and I don't want to use the word collision because that makes it sound like a bad thing.
Okay.
There was some sort of contact made between me and the other driver, which, by the way, as I keep saying, they were the ones in the wrong. They're the ones turning left when their light is red. And I'm doing everything right. I'm not speeding. And I barely clipped the backside of their bumper. They don't stop. They keep going. And you know what? Because they knew they did the wrong thing. That's why they kept going.
Okay.
So what am I, why am I going to chase them down and, kiss their ass when they're the ones screwing up my night? And I just kept heading.
So in your mental state, you hadn't done anything wrong. That is why you.
Well, that's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah. And that's why you didn't.
Right.
Leave information and.
Right.
Okay.
Look, I've done. I'm a great driver. I have a great driving record. If I clip somebody.
Accidents previously?
Any accidents? Yeah, I had one accident probably 8 years prior, which I was not at fault in. And, you can see the report that says that. I've had no accidents that have been my fault. Nothing alcohol related, nothing like that. If I accidentally graze somebody in a parking lot, I'm going to leave my insurance information. I'm insured. I'm a good driver. I always do that. But when, this dude's driving away, what can I do?
Did you see the other driver during this whole interaction?
No, I kind of remember maybe right before I made contact, I probably said a few swear words because I knew this part of my French. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yes,
I knew this individual was in the wrong, and I knew that probably some contact's about to happen. And at that point, I had nothing else I could do. I couldn't overcorrect because there was another lane of cars coming right beside me, so I couldn't go this way. And but no, I did not get a good look at the driver.
And you said you were at. Sorry. And you said you were at the bar with a couple of your friends. You said, right? Okay. And at the time the accident occurred, were you alone in the car, or did you have any passengers?
Yeah, my boy was with me. I think he'd had a little bit more to drink than me, and he was in a crash over my place. So I'm driving us both home, which we've done many times. I've been in his shoes, and he's driven me to his place. That's kind of how we work it out amongst friends. So yeah, he was in the passenger seat, but he was asleep at that point. So I don't know. There's not much help you can be.
Well, this is a further down the road scenario, but if we do decide to take you on as a client, just know that we may want to inquire your friend's name and get a little recollection of what he remembers about the incident.
I can give you his name, but he was definitely drunk. I don't know how much. I don't think he's going to help my case.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you're more than welcome.
Like I said, that's a down the road,
Okay.
long down the road situation,
Sure.
but just
Okay.
throwing it out there.
Okay.
What was the weather like on this night?
It was normal. I think it had rained probably like earlier in that morning, a light rain. I remember that going to the construction site. It was a little damp outside, but no big deal. We could still work. We didn't have to call it off or anything. Roads were a little bit wet, but nothing. No torrential downpour, no snow, no hurricanes. It was pretty normal for the most part.
Were you wearing a seatbelt at the time?
I was. And I remember that because my freaking stupid car always lets me know when I'm not wearing a seatbelt. I can't shut that thing off. So yeah, I was wearing a seatbelt.
It says you were pulled over near I-295, and the speed limit around there is 45. So what speed do you think you were going at this time that the officer pulled you over?
I mean, that's good. Cool. I mean, I was going through the intersection, so I know I wasn't going that fast because it kind of dips a little bit when you go through the intersection, and I was so down there. I mean, I would say top speed would be maybe 55, maybe, and that's a big maybe. I'm usually pretty, I don't usually speed. When I get on the interstate, I set the cruise control, and I just coast.
Were you injured in this collision?
Yeah, I was injured, and that's what pisses me off. I feel like I'm standing before the Spanish Inquisition, and I'm the one that's got neck issues.
Oh, you did? Did you have physical injuries?
I certainly didn't look like, I just came from the massage parlor when the cop pulled me over. He could tell I'm holding my neck like this. He could tell that, he might think I was disoriented for whatever reason, but the thing is, I just clipped this guy that was in my way. So I had a little twinge in my neck right here, and, nothing was ever done about that. No medical attention.
He never asked? Did he ask you if you needed to see it?
Oh, no. It was more like, like I said, it was felt like more like the Inquisition. It was, well, why did you leave? Well, we got your tag number. There were witnesses that said you did this and that. And I'm like, bro, I don't try to bother. I don't mess with anybody's business. I'm just trying to get home. I've got a neck issue because of this.
You told him you had a neck injury?
Well, yeah, I mean, I told him. I was like, look, I've got a little twinge right here. I'm holding it like this while he's talking to me. All right, and they're talking to me like, I just committed a massacre.
And did they make any statements to you as in regards to putting you under arrest, or any mention of your Miranda rights?
All right, he talks to me for about 2 minutes, okay, and real briefly about this accident and everything. And I'm trying to tell him my side of the story. I'm trying to tell him exactly, step by step, what happened. When I hit the edge of this vehicle, okay. And he basically cuts my story off. He says that his crash investigation is complete, and he is now doing a DUI investigation on me. And I'm like, bro, what is going on here? I don't have any rights now. I can't say my side of the story. And he starts talking to me about sobriety tests and this and that, and accusing me of, down a freaking fifth of Jack or something. And I don't know what kind of dog and pony show they're running here in Jacksonville, but I'm not used to that.
How much time did he give you to perform your sobriety test? Did you feel rushed and hurried through it?
It was. You guys are the legal experts. I can't tell you what he was supposed to do, what he wasn't supposed to do. But all I can tell you is this: he wants to do these sobriety tests. He tells me I need to immediately pull up to the side of the road so we can do the sobriety test. And I'm like, I'm still confused. This all happened, within the past half an hour. So I'm still confused about what's even going on here. Why am I on trial right now? He tells me I've got no choice. Pull to the side of the road. He pulls me out of the car. My buddy's now awake. What the hell's going on? And I'm out here behind my trunk walking in a straight line like I'm just kind of a dumbass or something.
Did you feel harassed during this process?
Yeah, I felt harassed. I mean, it would be one thing if he at least heard me out. If you hear me out for 5 minutes, what happened? Go talk to the other driver. Why is the other driver not here? Why is nobody talking to them? He cuts me off in 45 seconds or a minute or however long, and now I'm over here. I felt kind of basically entrapment. He's basically trying to trap me and make it seem like I'm drunker than I am, and make it seem like I've got all the fault.
And did he make any statements after he Mirandized you?
Well, he did give me the Miranda rights.
Okay.
I saw that on Law and Order, and they all got to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That was the one thing I was like, I should be a lawyer because this guy, he did that right. I can at least give him that. So he does the Miranda rights. And I'm sorry, what was your question?
Did he make any statements after he gave you the Miranda rights?
What type of questions did he ask you after? The statement that he made regarding your alcohol consumption, was that made prior or after he Mirandized you?
Well, I guess I would say it started before when he was doing the crash investigation part.
Okay.
So like I said, it lasts like 2 minutes. And basically what happened, he asked me, did I have a few drinks tonight? Of course, I said yes. I'm not a liar. I know I can still drive, but I said yes. And it seemed like right at that moment he decided crash investigation's over. Let's move to DUI because this guy just should be locked up forever. So he started there, and then after he did the Miranda, and I'm out here doing the sobriety test. He's trying to ask me, well, what all did I have to drink and whatnot, and I'm telling him, and I felt like he was asking like a lot of leading questions. You know what I mean? Like, well, you had liquor, didn't you? Tap room, they serve a lot of liquor, don't they? That's what they're known for. I'm like, why are you trying to put words in my mouth? You know what I mean?
And because I'm reading the arrest report here, and do you remember what you told the officer when he asked you how many drinks you had?
Well, I remember being pretty, at that point, I don't know about to say scared. I mean, I ain't scared of no police, but
Okay.
I'd say, like, I kind of know how this night's going to go. You know what I mean? Like, I know what he's after, right? I thought, just tell the truth at this point,
Okay.
right? Because I'm a bad liar. That's why I can't ever go to Hollywood. I can't be an actor. I'm just terrible at it. Like, you'd see right through it and I'd look dumb. So I can't remember word for word. Like I said, I didn't write it down, but I'm presuming I told him about what happened, which was I had a few beers, I had a few gin and tonics.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And this is all over a span of, 3-4 hours, something like that.
Yes.
How many people were you out with that night?
I was out with four other friends.
And were they at all aware of your alcohol consumption that night?
What do you mean?
Like, would they be able to say how much you had to drink?
Oh, I mean, sure. We all, we're not big sticklers or anything, but you can tell when one of your bros have had too much to drink, you're going to make sure that'll be something stupid. So, and I didn't get that vibe from them. They've taken my keys before, which has been smart.
And so they didn't feel the need to that night.
Exactly.
Okay.
Correct.
And we could talk if we were to speak to the bartender that served you that night,
John.
you know him, what would he have to say about your...
I can say this, John has seemed pretty lit up, okay? My bachelor party was, for a brief period of time, held at the tap room, okay? He's seen me pretty lit up, all right? But he's also known that I've never driven, all right? And I was not that way that night. So, yeah, he would be able to tell you that.
Okay. Well, good. So let me just go over it. So you went to the tap room with several of your friends. You had about 4 drinks. The bartender did not, you think you would speak on your behalf that you were not visibly intoxicated?
Yeah.
And
I mean, I
friends
give
would
you
as
John's
well.
number right now. You can call
Yeah.
him up. That's no big deal.
And we'll have your receipt from there as well, right? Did you pay with card or with cash?
I pay with a credit card. I usually do.
Yeah, any
Those reward
documents you might
points.
have that give us a better picture of where you were the night and what you purchased and things of that nature, just to
You call any of my
able to
friends.
verify.
Yeah, no, that'll be
Billy,
helpful.
James, Brian, Pete.
Yeah.
Call any one of them. They'll let you know.
And then after leaving tap room, you were hit by another vehicle who was turning illegally.
Correct.
And after that, you were pulled over,
Yes.
and you told the officer that you had a neck injury, and he did not ask you for medical assistance.
Correct.
And then he told you that he was now investigating you for DUI.
Yeah, like immediately.
And you were pressured to do these field sobriety
And I
tests.
told him, I said, I don't think I think I'm allowed to decline the sobriety test. He told me, no, that wasn't
He-
true.
that's what he told you?
He told me I had to do it, or, he was going to take me in, that night,
Okay.
which he still did. So,
Mhm.
what are you going to do?
And you felt during this whole time that his demeanor he was harassing you and pressuring you.
Accusatory.
Accusatory.
I'd say accusatory, like I said, leading questions. He kind of already had the answers that he was asking the questions to. He already thought he knew everything, that kind of thing.
And the weather, it had been raining shortly before, as you stated.
Yeah.
And were you tired that night?
I can't remember what time it was. It was pretty late.
Yeah, it was around 12:30, right?
At least 12:30.
Yeah.
Even if I had no drinks, like I lose track of time after a certain
Yeah.
point.
You've been
what I mean?
working all day,
Yeah.
and you had just gotten into this late, how many hours of sleep had you had the night before? Would you say?
Probably. Well, let's see. I worked pretty early, probably about 6 hours.
Okay, so you were minimal sleep and.
Yeah, I had a few drinks the night before. Not a lot, but I was up, and I get up pretty early for work.
And then you work all day. And then, all right. So, what are your goals here?
I feel like I'm not asking for the world. I'm asking for what. This is stupid. I'm even sitting here. Yeah, I should never even have to sit here. So I feel like all of this BS to go away. Who should be sitting here is the person who drove the other vehicle. They should be the ones, that has some answers and some explaining to do. It all needs to go away. I don't want anything on my record, because I've got a job, I've got a family, I may want to take classes sometime in the future. Heck, I might even want to become a lawyer one day. And I can't have stupid stuff like this, not even my fault, on my record.
Well, this is the first time you've been pulled over for a DUI, correct? So,
Alleged DUI.
yes. And then, all right. So, I'm just gonna let you know we are $250 an hour if you decide to hire us. If I were you, I'd make that decision rather quickly. Time is of the essence in your situation. We are going to need a $3,000 retainer before we begin. And there will be additional costs for court fees and other costs such as printing and anything.
Hold on. Big shot lawyers, I'm just a simpleton, okay? 3,000, you said 3,000 up front?
Retainer.
And then from there on, we will deduct
And there's
the
more
$250.
after the 3,000.
Well, what we do is we deduct whatever hours we've spent on your case, so that will be including emails, phone calls, and
Faxes and
type
anything
of
we would
interview
have to do
that pertain to
in the
your case.
investigatory
Hey,
phase.
I hear what you're saying. I work construction. It's seasonal. When it rains a lot, I don't have work. When it snows, I don't have work. Okay. You guys got like a payment plan or something like that. I don't have any family that can help. I don't have any. My friends all work the same job. They can't help. But I know I need help for a situation I didn't even create. I'm willing to make payments. Some kind of payment plan. You have something like that we can
We
work out.
have a $1,500 immediate before we begin, and then we will need the other $1,500 within 30 to 40 days. We'll give you an extension period.
Okay.
We're going to need it within that time period. And then I also want to let you know that whether you decide to take us or not, do not speak to anyone about this case. It's pending. Direct them to us. Also, if you decide to hire us, please get as much information from your friends, get the receipt from the bar, anything that pertains that you think will be helpful in your case, and get it to us. We will start, if you decide to hire us, we will immediately start taking action to try to resolve this as quickly and as painlessly as possible for you.
Just for full disclosure, I spoke to another lawyer previously, kind of same thing. I didn't connect with him or anything like that. I don't need to say anything else to them, right? I didn't sign anything with them or anything like that. He was like way too high. I was like, dude, why did you come in here?
It's whatever counsel you decide to go with, that's who you're gonna speak to on your behalf.
I want to use you guys because the payment plan is great. It helps me out the most.
Okay, well then we will get started. We'll draw up the contract and start on your case and start some research and some stuff and getting things together for you. Please don't hesitate to call after this anytime. Our office hours are from 8:30 to 5 o'clock Monday through Friday. If you have any concerns or some situation comes up that you need to talk to us about, please do.
We'd rather know about it earlier than later.
Absolutely.
Sure, get that.
If I'm not in the office or needing my answer available, just call us, leave us a message, and we'll definitely call you back. We're always good about that, whether that day or the day after. But we will get back to you, okay?
Okay.
And remember not to discuss any of the facts of the case
Yes, right.
with anyone. And
Right.
again, any inquiries you might have, you direct them to us directly.
Okay. No, that sounds good.
All right, it's a pleasure meeting you, and I hope
I
Everything's
appreciate y'all meeting with me.
Thank you very
Alright.
much.
drive
We'll let you
safe.
know
We'll
the
have your brother
accident
drive safe.
story.
Yeah, I can't drive for a while.
Okay.